When the date showed May 29th, 1453, the world was witnessing the end of an era. Constantinople, as it was then called, was conquered by the Turks under the command of the 7th Ottoman Sultan Mehmed II, who would later be known as Fatih, meaning the Conqueror. After 1453, Sultan Mehmed II no longer saw himself merely as the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire, but declared himself Kaiseri Rum, which means the Caesar of Rome. For the Eastern Roman Empire had fallen, and with the walls of Constantinople, the legacy of Rome had passed into his hands. However, years later, beyond conquering Constantinople, he had another great dream in mind, a vision he longed to bring to life. So, what was this plan? After years of fierce resistance, Albania finally fell in 1479, bringing the entire eastern coast of the Adriatic Sea under Ottoman control. As Ottoman forces advanced, fear began to spread across Italy. On the eastern shores of the Adriatic, flames from the villages burned by the Ottoman Akinji raiders could be seen from afar, and the bells of Venice's St. Mark's Basilica rang in alarm. This created great fear and panic in the Republic of Venice, for the Ottomans had now reached the opposite shore, right at Italy's doorstep. The Venetians, having witnessed the growing power of Mehmed's navy in the Mediterranean, had no choice but to sign a peace treaty. At that very moment, without realizing it, Europe had opened the path for Mehmed to march toward Italy. In the summer of 1480, Sultan Mehmed II assigned his Grand Vizier, Gedik Ahmed Pasha, to launch an invasion of Italy. With more than 100 ships and 18,000 soldiers, the Ottoman fleet crossed the Adriatic and, on July 28, 1480, blockaded the port of Otranto in southern Italy. After a 2-week siege, the Ottomans captured the city. However, since most of the inhabitants had fled, there was no one left to provide supplies. Shortly after the conquest, winter set in, and no reinforcements could be sent from Constantinople. The Ottomans briefly occupied nearby villages belonging to the Kingdom of Naples to gather intelligence and provisions. But on May 3, 1481, Sultan Mehmed II suddenly passed away. His death sent shockwaves throughout Europe. In Rome, church bells rang, and Pope Sixtus IV held victory prayers. European chronicles all wrote the same words: Aquila magna mortua est. The great eagle is dead. With Mehmed's death, succession struggles and internal revolts erupted, preventing reinforcements from reaching Otranto. His son, Bayezid II, who succeeded the throne, turned his focus inward to restore domestic stability, rather than pursue Western conquests, thus ending the Otranto Campaign. So, what was Sultan Mehmed II's true plan behind the invasion of Otranto? The conquest of Otranto was not merely the fall of a harbor for Europe. It was the first step in Mehmed the Conqueror's greater vision. He intended to use Otranto as a base for the conquest of Italy, and in time, march personally from Constantinople at the head of a great army to strike at the heart of Italy, Rome itself. By doing so, Mehmed sought to unite East and West under a single throne, fulfilling his dream of a world empire. But history left that dream unfinished. Still, the shadow of Mehmed's Roman campaign lingered over Europe for centuries, and even today, historians continue to ask the same question. If Sultan Mehmed had lived just a few more years, would the fate of Rome have been different? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. To join us our next historical journey, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications.